Bill Gates. Why did Casey ask me year before last? Why is Bill Gates bought up so much land in Arkansas, USA? What you put it in the news, Sarah Sanders? Um. Anyway, you know the guy that used to work, had kind of long hair. Some of the locals know at the Thrash Propane, Glenwood, Arkansas, USA, used to drive them really, really low cars. When I was in the propane office about 12 with Gladys Scribbling, and he said that the $50 a year in rent, said he wasn't going to charge for that. And then after my mother died, after my grandmother died, they started billing for it or something. And I quit being a customer with them. Everybody was hating my mother before she died, about 2015. Woodard Drug Pharmacy, the Natalie Meeks, the Gary Gerke nurses, Laura Hodges. She's pissing off everybody. Well, keep in mind how many years she was diagnosed with sleep apnea, and then no telling how bad her addiction to medications got, like Ambien, Klonopin, aka clonazepam. I'm afraid it got to where she's letting my biological father masturbate in front of her for his pills. I barely learned, folks. People that hate medical malpractice or neglect. Well, anyway, in 2017, I barely learned from my mother. I barely learned from my mom that Larry Parker Sr., my biological daddy, was getting Ambien in his mailbox. My mom got desperate for pills. But anyway, can anybody find out, people that watch every little move out here, somebody stole my weed trimmer. Who pulled in yesterday? It had to have been yesterday because rocks are smacked in my driveway. Who put propane in the tank yesterday and why? Who? Why? Because they want me to have an unpaid bill? Is that why? They want to do it 10%? What's the motive? Unless you're going to tell me that the Mount Ida Graves propane is so busy, they got two delivery drivers in Mount Ida and one come up. Unless you're going to tell me there's no way that propane was in there before yesterday. Because then why would the rocks smashed? Heavy rocks. What do you think, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau? Or did Donald Trump eliminate all you guys? What was that fax I sent? Can y'all find out if the Thrash Propane people are like Brandy Plyler, Brandy Killian, human traffickers? Hey, Brandy Killian, Brandy Plyler, why did you say to me in 2016, whose child support did you not pay? I've never had a kid, Brandy Plyler. I know when I've ejaculated in a woman. Hey, Brandy Plyler. Hey, Billy Plyler. Hey, John Plyler. Hey, local, Diamond Bank Group, Bainums. Tommy Repo. I don't molest kids. Jillian Repo told me her grandparents, Naomi Repo and Jimmy, were pedophiles. He used to be a coach for Caddy Hill School in the 80s, and I know that firsthand from them admitting it to me. I was on, in 2011, roughly, I was on the phone with Jillian Repo. She might have been in Kansas. I was in the kitchen over there at the 3437, and she's like, Scott, they're pedophiles. It made it sound like Jimmy Repo, not Tommy Repo, would come in her bedroom at night. I wouldn't be surprised. Last time I was on the phone with no, not the last time. Maybe time before last. I talked with Naomi Repo. I said something about the IVF secret pregnancies. I think somebody's done that in regarding me. She says some people do that. I don't even know. Should I say Miley Cyrus? I don't know. Miley Cyrus Media, Miley Cyrus Productions. You'd have to be brave to do that. You'd have to be fair. Apparently Billy Ray Cyrus has got a kid from me. Apparently, he's molested all of his daughters too. All the child molesters in the market from a kid for me. All the child molesters and the sodomites. Ain't that right, Anderson Cooper? Ain't that right, Elon Musk? Elon Musk will lose billions in that day. You think I give a damn if he does? I just want justice from Jehovah God. I already know Mark Zuckerberg's going to. Anyway, I used to have Jillian Repo's Dodge Neon stored at the barn before I took off that South Shed when she lived before she moved to Kansas, or however it ended up here. Jimmy and Naomi come in like a GMC or Chevrolet with a trailer and to my yard and got the Dodge Neon. I drove it from the barn after I'd put a radiator in it. They come up here and got it and delivered it to Jillian Repo in Kansas. Well, anyway, they come in a flatbed GMC or something like it, and it just gotten out of the shop where the dash had to be taken out of it. Something, the computer went out to get it running. When I was told by more than one person, Jimmy and Jillian Repo, when he went into the Bainham office there in Glenwood, Associated Diamond Bank, Glenwood, Arkansas, USA, to give him the bill from the mechanic, he signed the whole truck over to him, like a $19,000 to $25,000 truck. Jimmy Repo told me to my face he's going to trade it in for something with cheaper fuel mileage. Who is it that continually harasses the holy ones in Daniel? Sarah Sanders, Donald Trump, United States military, Mark Zuckerberg. Hey, Mark Zuckerberg, what's your concern with me? I'm almost afraid to talk about him on the Facebook Live because they'll delete it. Elon Musk, did you pimp out the little boy X to Donald Trump? What do you think of Ivanka Trump? What do you think Melania Trump? What do you think Carolyn Levitt? Hey, folks, is Donald Trump's press secretary, Carolyn Levitt, pregnant with my sperm? What do you think, Miranda Lambert? What do you think, Taylor Swift? What do you think, Travis Cleese? I'm not in a good mood today. I don't exactly feel that good. So who put the propane in yesterday? And is it a conspiracy for Scotty to have an unpaid bill and just let it rack up? Late fee, late fee, late fee. That's what this government does. That's what these locals do. Johnny Plyler. That's what these pedophiles do, Brandy Killian. What kind, Brandy Plyler, what kind of husband you got? Is he a whoremonger? Is he a pedophile? Is he a daddy at all to a child biologically? Brandy. I always thought she was kind of stuck up. I've always thought Johnny Plyler was a narcissistic, whatever. He's narcissistic. Oh, hell, I was in there with the second brown box heater I bought when I was doing those affidavits for Jillian Repo early 2014. When she lost custody of her kids out of Pope County, Arkansas, USA, Russellville. She's up here desperate, wanting me to type for her and help her out. Well, on or about Valentine's Day, in or about February 2014, I went to Betty Ruth Williams to get an affidavit notarized for Jillian Repo that I typed up for her. Then I went to John Plyler's and bought my second brown box heater. But no, this was about 2015, February 2015. The first brown box heater I bought in or about February 2014 for Dawn McIntosh when she lived on Walnut Road. And I tried to get Thrash Propane to deliver 50 gallons to there, Walnut Road. They said, I'm not driving out there just for 50 gallons. I don't know. But just, well, anyway. And at that time, we were getting wind chills down to like 14, 13 degrees. February 2014. That's about the last time I had sex with Dawn McIntosh. It might have been January 2014. Well, anyway, early 2015, when when Jillian Repo lost custody of her two kids in Russellville, she comes up here desperately, wanting me to help her with some things I did. We notarized this deal at Betty Ruth Williams. And I went to John Plyler's, bought my second brown box heater ever. The first one was for Dawn McIntosh as a gift I left on the door. The third one I just bought like year before last, and somebody stole it just like less than 3 months after I bought it. I don't know who keeps stealing my stuff. They just keep stealing. And they know when to come. They know when I'm gone. When they know I'm gone, they show up to steal. I want the Sarah Sanders government, Donald Trump government barred out of my life fast as possible. Not that I'm going to get it. I want the CG Roxanne group out of my life. Patricia Lappin. Patricia Lappin ain't nothing but a lying bigot thief, a whoremonger. Somebody told me Jonathan Coburn, Don Young, over a year ago, we went past her house and they said they each date somebody else. I don't know if they learned it from Jason Cogburn or who, but made it sound like the people that lived there at that house, David Lappin, Patricia Lappin, they each date other people. So does that mean if John Long, who I've never met, I've only heard his name out of Andy Reiner in affiliation to CG Roxanne, if he's not a sodomite or bisexual or something like that, does that mean he's had an affair with Patricia Lappin? Does Patricia Lappin and her government love to send kids to pedophiles and sodomites like Anderson Cooper, Paige Baypour? Isn't Paige Baypour a sodomite? The Secret Service more so validated that to me last year before last. Thank God. Who's on my penis, United Nations? Who's on my penis? How do you make it stop? I will admit this. I've literally ejaculated with their little remote thing. If you hump it, you can. It hurts with my prostate cancer. I told them last year, I said, it's just a stimulator. They make it feel like they're sick. They're sick. It's worthless technology, really. Worthless. They like to mess with the laser in on my cheeks, make you feel like smile. They put pressure on my tear ducts. It makes it hard to cry. If you're talking about something sad or humiliating, they put a force field on my eyes. They center in on my tear ducts. Sometimes it makes it harder for me to talk. They want you to feel molested, like what Frank Abbott does, I guess, to my son. I never got to meet or know about. I don't want Frank Abbott in my life. I don't want Chris Young in my life. If Frank Abbott, Chris Young hung themselves today, blew their brains out, I don't care. I don't care at all. I don't want to be around Frank Abbott. I don't care about Ken Lang. Ken Lang stalks me and Mina. Like Patrick Johnson or that Eric, some nasty, ugly Eric that I guess works over there. He stalks. I guess he's got a deaf kid. I'll be going to check out in Walmart, and then they're standing and waiting. That last time I was in Walmart was the time before last. Patricia Lappin right behind me. Danny Thrankill, you're not allowed to know, are you, Danny Thrankill? They stalk me. That's the Danny Thrankill government. That's the Shane government. The coal black government, Shane Etheridge. That Chris Martin told me at the Deborah G. Dunson Center when he was a co-worker with Jimmy Dickerson and Amber Douglas. He said he had bought stock in Pfizer, and ever since he bought it, it didn't go up in price. The maker of Viagra. And he said, I guess people don't want to have sex. And I'll tell y'all something. You know what? For some reason, I can't bring myself to watch the Joe Rogan, Miranda Lambert podcast. I can't. I can't. Miranda Lambert's play, I just can't. I won't watch it. I don't even think I watch. I just can't because they're such coward human beings. Coward human beings. Synagogue of Satan, Revelation chapter 3. I will not watch the Joe Rogan, Miranda Lambert podcast. I can't bring myself to do it. I won't. The gut instinct's like, don't deserve it. Just think about all them pedophiles, rich billionaire pedophiles that sat before Joe Rogan. Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg. Y'all, if y'all want to find out if Elon Musk is a pedophile, interrogate him. All but waterboard him. He'll piss his panties so fast. Grill the piss out of Elon Musk. Grilling. Just because he's a billionaire, what the hell's that mean? That's the ones I like to pick on right now. I really don't pick on anybody. But it's the rich who oppress you. It disgusted me seeing the Joe Rogan podcast with Jewel. Disgusted me. Her mother may have blown millions of dollars, but it wasn't about 100 million. She may have blown 10 plus million. It's like, how do you blow all that money and not have anything to show for it? How's the car collection going, Jay Leno? You never did become a daddy, did you? And don't tell me Jay Leno's a pedophile. And don't tell me he's got a pet Scotty kid. It's like I got a pet human, Michelle Long. Michelle Long, Paige May pour the sodomite like you says, I got a little human. I got a little pet. I got a little, I want to say, penis sucker. I'm wanting to cuss. Andy Ryan, Anderson Cooper. Have you ever had a 3-year-old, 5-year-old boy suck your penis? Do you do that to little boys? How am I to know? How am I to know? Do you fondle a little boy's penis? Do you teach him to do it to you, Anderson Cooper? Does your husband do that? I'm dying to know. Well, if I had the authority, I wish I could interrogate Anderson Cooper, make him piss his panties, make him cry. I'd like to do it to Elon Musk, but we know Texas governor ain't a man like that. Broke back mountain type of man's what he is, but the pedophile kind. Governor Greg Abbott. Brokeback Mountain, Governor Abbott. He got a bad habit like Walter and Frank. My Cyrus, you're going to have to forgive me. I told myself the other day, I'm saying if I'm overlooking something, you have to forgive me. I told myself the other day, if you did have HIV, I won't tell anybody, or AIDS. The online system made me think you have AIDS. Which is it, AIDS or HIV? That'd be a great documentary right there, Miley Cyrus. When did you learn you had it? How did you get it? Did you get it from Max? Did you give it to Max? I'm an investigator by nature, Miley Cyrus. Let's make a nice documentary out of it, Tish. Billy Ray. Let's make a nice documentary out of it. Cody, do you have HIV, Cody? I don't even know his last name. Is he from Australia? Cody, did you give Miley Cyrus HIV? Or don't tell me they did it. I was afraid somebody was trying to give it to her on the knee cut, and I got mad about it. Or y'all just messing with my mind to make me think somebody has AIDS when they don't? Why did y'all tell me September 2022 reinfected with HIV? Just like things I've said online or Facebook years back, y'all tell me. Who put propane in the truck yesterday? It doesn't make sense. There's no way it was an accident. There's no way. So what would the motive be? What would the goal be? To try to hit me with an unpaid bill? If it's a gift, you could put a little note under there and just said free propane, anonymous. And they like to show up when I'm gone, these devious people. Miley Cyrus, do you know I've tried to educate people online for years now about the easiest way to contract HIV? Yeah, I was going to say this earlier. I talked about something. You know why? Let's help Bill Maher. Let me tell you how God's not gay, Miley Cyrus. Okay? Let me tell you how God is not a gay man. And Joe Rogan, let me help you learn why we didn't come from apes and monkeys, Homo erectus, Homo habilis, Neanderthals, so on and so forth. Think about why we've never heard about an HIV epidemic between lesbian women, but gay men. It's because of the way they have sex. Anderson Cooper, David Murr, Paige Bayport, Elton John, so on and so forth. Anal sex. It tears the skin, and then the sperm goes right into the bloodstream. Kind of like people that share needles. Blood. Like you can't get hepatitis C, but only through the blood or from the blood. You can't even get hepatitis C from the sperm. I read 20 years ago, roughly 23 years ago, on the compact, if it was before the Windows Vista, on the compact Presario Millennium Edition, that if you know you're going to be doing oral sex, You don't want to brush your teeth shortly before it because it can open up the gums or sore. But see, I'm afraid somebody might try to give HIV to Miley Cyrus on purpose on the Walk of Fame thing. Literally on purpose. I already tried to warn her. I said people would be wanting to kill her because of me. There's a lot of people in Arkansas that want me dead, probably even more in California. And I've even been trying to tell Miley Cyrus there, you better wake up and smell like coffee. Not that Jehovah God can't keep you alive, or I'd already be dead farther back. Similar to how Jehovah God put the restriction on Satan the devil, basically saying you can torture Job, but you can't kill him. To see if Job will renounce his integrity or his loyalty to Jehovah of armies. And let me ask this. Jimmy Kimmel, Miley Cyrus, just in plain as day. What's the motive for the engagement with you and Max? Because you're paying a surrogate mother with my sperm, or you're vicariously trying to get the engagement with Max to represent engagement between you and I. And it's like, I don't know. You think you could do it more clearly or more classy? I don't know. I mean, day before yesterday, I was kind of like getting back in a better mood with Miley Cyrus. You know, thinking, oh, she's out there being cute, saying credits, or work on that, or I don't know. I wish somebody had put out reward money. Interrogate Priscilla Chan. Mark Zuckerberg is a pedophile, folks. I know it. Is Elon Musk? Is Bill Gates? Just think what y'all could do, Ivanka Trump, Melania Trump, if y'all started talking about the Epstein files directly and indirectly. What do you think, United States Supreme Court? It's like a no-no. What do you think, Vice President J.D. Vance? Y'all don't want to investigate the Epstein files anymore. And like I've tried to tell Miley Cyrus and everybody else, what they're doing to me is unconstitutional. Don't you think, United States Supreme Court? No civil liberties, no due process. What have I done in my day? That's so bad. I've never molested a kid. Never tried. United States Supreme Court, who's on my penis and why? How do you make it stop? United States Supreme Court, what do you think President Donald Trump meant when he said make NYC hot again? How was it hot before? Why don't you get him to explain it in more detail? Please. Who's the father of Larissa Cogburn's daughter? Who's the father of the kid Nicole Black has, Piper? Were they trying to kill, when Roseanne Markham died, mayor of Norman, Arkansas, USA, were they trying to kill Piper? I could see Ronnie Wagner wanting to handpick a mayor, Tammy, but I think Arkansas Whitey White 1, Arkansas 1 was in on it. It says in Isaiah, the land will no longer cover up the bloodshed. Freemason competitors like Ronnie Wagner were wanting to kill out the heir that the Roseanne Markham family had. So Lane Dawes' family, his dad Eric got a kid from me. Don't even know what the son of a gun looks like. Just think, he didn't even raise his own son, Lane. And he's like, I want this guy, kid. I don't even know him, but I want one of them. I'm Eric Dawes.